Hello and welcome to episode 50 of Kitze. We're done with half of the episodes. I don't know what's going to happen at episode 100, but I know that we're done with half of the episodes. We're going to see how it progresses from here. Today is Tuesday, 26th of March at 1:35 p.m. And you might be wondering, yesterday you told us that you have alarms and that you're doing everything at the same time and everything has been going great. And we knew it. We knew it that you're going to change it. You bastard. That's what you're thinking. But I fucked up because I let this person book a meeting with me last week. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that doesn't go with my schedule. And I'm like, can you please rebook? And then they rebooked it. And then I opened it again this week. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's the same time as my workout time. And it's my fault because in Google Calendar, I let people block time. But I don't block my own time. Like when am I not available? So I forgot because there's no there's no calendar integration in Benji. So my Benji events don't go to the Google Calendar to tell people that I'm blocked at a certain time. So he booked the meeting again and I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll just move my own schedule in order to be able to accommodate to actually have the meeting with him. Now, do I hate it? Bro, do I hate it when my schedule is not the schedule? Like I almost decided like, fuck it, I'm going to bail on the workout today. I'm going to keep like whatever. And I'm like, don't, everything has been going great. I'm going to record the podcast early and then I'll do the call with him. Absolutely killing me when I need to change my schedule. I hate being flexible. Anyway, in Kitze, I'm talking about my personal, well, fuck it. At this point, I've been babbling so much. So people who are, if you're watching this, you already know what Kitze is about. So I'm going to spare you from the intro. Sleep time, sleep score. All good. Went to bed on time. Bored because, like, I don't have access to YouTube, Twitter, whatever. What am I going to do? Watch a movie until midnight? So, pretty good. Woke up with no alarm at 7:30, I think, a.m. I would like to wake up before 7 naturally, but we're waiting for this dumbass body to be rested enough. Speaking of my dumbass body being rested enough, why am I talking so Russian? Rested. So stupid today, dude. I feel immense pain in my left leg, like I haven't felt in a really, really long time, to a point where we barely finished a 30-minute walk yesterday with my wife and daughter. We started going on this when the weather permits, started going on this 1 hour walk, me, my wife, the baby, and the dog, all of us together. But yesterday I couldn't go past 30 minutes. I was like, please, let's go back home. So I have this crazy pain in my leg. Now, I read my goals here, which I'm supposed to read every podcast episode, right? One of them is called Fix Leg Pain. Now, did I hire a person? Yes. Did he tell me do exercises? Yes. Did I put a habit to do those exercises? Also, yes. Did I do any of the exercises? The opposite of yes. So I didn't do shit regarding this because the pain was tolerable. I could still walk on the treadmill. I could still sit all day. I could walk outside and blah, blah, blah. But now, dude, there's like insane pain here that I would have to do something about because I could be like I'm shifting all day, just trying to search for positions. It's horrible. I think the problem here is this bloody thing, what is it called? The half ball thingy that I've been keeping it under my desk when I'm not standing, which is most of the time. And when I'm sitting, instead of my legs just being propped on the chair like properly, like I'm just leaning back to this, like there's no nothing to lean on here. And I'm leaning and lifting my leg on top of these things, which after a while, it gives me some fatigue. So when I pull my leg back, I would just feel like, a lot of times for like the past week. But it wasn't in the hips. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. And that's the only thing I could think of. I haven't been driving much. I haven't been doing any crazy exercises. Barely any exercises for back. And I don't know how the fuck did this, just went from pain level 4 to pain level 9. It hurts a lot today. So thankfully, your boy is not doing leg exercises, and I'm going to be good when I exercise later. Fasting, I bailed on my fast yesterday because I decided at 10 p.m. to make sandwiches. I don't know, dude. Like, my parents-in-law are buying we never keep bread at home. Like, I want to keep that clear. Like, it's 100% my parents-in-law's fault that our home looks like a fucking bakery. Dude, I would open the thing where you usually have healthy things like nuts and shit, and I would see a lady with like a white hat being like, hi sir, how can I help you today? I'm like, oh shit, we have a bakery at home. I would have one of the garlic bread, one of the other thing. Oh, that's warm, that's from today, nice. Bro, they're buying way too many pastries and way too many things. And I was perfectly content with my day yesterday. I did a workout, I did all the things. I did the protein ice cream, it was fucking delicious. I started a fast, and then at night, just the little demon in the brain goes like, you remember you have pastries at home, right? You don't even have to go to the supermarket. So I made 2 sandwiches with like healthy, like cherry tomatoes and cheese and blah, blah. They weren't healthy. Let's not kid ourselves. And so basically I bailed on the fast today again. But today I skipped breakfast. I only had protein shake, nuts, bananas, and blah blah blah. My weight is 95.7, and I hate it. I don't know how. I just want to think it's a glitch in the matrix. Maybe I ate those sandwiches way too late. It was like 10 o'clock. It cannot be back to 95. I refuse to believe that information. That's fake news. We're not gonna believe that until I measure myself again in the next few days. So I'm not back to 95. No fucking way, dude. Please. Workout. I'm planning to work out. I don't know what I'm planning to work out. Like I hate that I haven't, I didn't do what I promised I'm going to do. That's working out with a trainer. I keep doing it on my own. So what I usually do is I open Benji and I look at my previous trainings. And I'm like, okay, yesterday was chin-ups and biceps. So yesterday I only did 3 exercises in the gym because we talked with my wife. So previously I have Saturday chest and triceps. So basically how I determine what to work out on is I just see what I haven't done in at least a few days and then I just do that. So if I did chest and triceps on Saturday, like what the fuck should I do today? It's Tuesday. Maybe I'll do chest again. Like I don't know. Like I'm just rotating this in a circle. I have to get a trainer because this is bad. So I'm planning to do that now. I started like this is so close to being the what do you call it? The golden morning. As you can see, I stopped using social in the mornings. That's fucking good. How did I do it? Like I mentioned it yesterday. I put my laptop and I put my iPad in the attic and it's killing me. I feel like anytime there's a break between activities, I feel like I put them in the attic because I'm an addict. Like that's something that Eminem would say in a song. I put them in an attic because I'm an addict and I'm an addict. And I just feel around like an addict in what do you call that phase when you draw like Jesus brain? Come on, do it. Do the English word for when they're missing their drugs and when they're missing their thing. Nope. My brain is like, no, fuck you. Like, I'll remember this as soon as you press end on the podcast. Or some asshole will tell you in the comments, it's actually called the... Dude, it's draw... What is it called? No, I'll never remember it. No, I'm telling you, when I'm recording, my brain is trolling me in that way that it can't remember words. But I feel like I have that feeling of like, I can do any other activities. Like I can play board game. I can game like the PlayStation. I haven't turned it on in so long. I can do anything. But I just feel like, oh my God, I need my fix. I need my fucking YouTube and I need my Twitter. So it sucks. Like this period, it sucks. But at least in the morning, I don't open any socials. And I want to talk about this for a second. Like we'll go back to the golden morning routine. I feel that I always have to choose between these two modes, especially with Twitter. Fuck YouTube. Like YouTube, I don't care that much. Even if I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on YouTube, whatever. I'll open it next week. It'll be the same fucking people uploading the same fucking things. But Twitter is literally my life because all of my works and all... Shut up, Pomodoro done, whatever. I'll just let it run. That also rhymed because I'm Lil Wayne. What was I saying? Yeah, Twitter is like, that's where I share all of my work. That's where people find my apps. That's where people buy my apps mostly from. Like Twitter is my life in a way, because without Twitter, without sharing things on Twitter, like literally my money and other stuff depends on me being on Twitter. And I've noticed now for a couple of days where I don't have access to my laptop and my iPad, like my Twitter game is weaker because I only use Come Back Later to open Twitter. Today I probably opened it 2 times. And in those 2 times, I just quickly go notifications, DMs, see through my tweets, whatever. By the time I start scrolling the timeline, like I have 30 seconds left and then the app locks. And then I might even forget to open it in the next hour. I might do something else. And then by the end of my workday, I'm like, oh shit, let me open it. And from like, let's say I opened it last time before I started recording the podcast, it's like 3:20 p.m. Then until the next day, until the morning, I don't have access to Twitter. Meaning I might tweet something from my phone. I don't know why I'm talking so Russian today. But I might tweet from my phone. But if you're not on top of things, if you don't know what the timeline is talking about, if you don't know the relevant things, you cannot be that relevant. And I like this feeling of like, oh my God, I don't care about social media. Just let me, just let me fucking chill. And it's so light. But on the other hand, you feel like you're getting left behind. You feel like you don't know what the others are talking about. You feel like you don't have a pulse. You don't keep in touch with what is new in the world of web development or what is new in the world overall. And the feeling fucking sucks, dude. If I was a multi fucking millionaire and I was retired, I would give a shit what you guys have to say about the latest in React server components or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But now it feels, you remember, like I went through a couple of phases. So I went to a phase where I was just using the Steam Deck all the time on the toilet, during my breaks, doing whatever. It was Steam Deck. Then I got the iPad from my wife and I started going back on Twitter more and I felt more relevant and I tweeted way more and I got way more impressions and I got like multi-million views on videos and made more money from Twitter and everything else. But at the expense of my mental health, like thinking that I cannot relax after work and I cannot do anything with my wife. I gotta be on Twitter, I gotta be relevant, I gotta post things, I gotta ship things, I gotta build things. And now we're back to square one, where like the Steam Deck is back in my life and I played for the first time today or yesterday a little bit, but it comes with all of this guilt that I'm not, like people will text me links and they'll be like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And I feel like out of touch. So I thought that making comeback later is the middle ground between, okay, I won't be on Twitter all day, but I'll be checking it every hour. It's not, because it's not every hour. First of all, it's blocked until, I block it here until 11 a.m. So the first time I check Twitter is 11 a.m. And then I have 2 more times to check it. And that's it. So I don't know if I like it or dislike it. I don't know how to fix it, because if I bring back the laptop and the iPad and whatever, I cannot use them in a mindful way. And I want to start using technology in a mindful way. For example, because those devices are in the attic and this Mac is locked and I still need to do things. Like yesterday, I needed to apply for a passport for my daughter and I needed to, like, that's fucking wild, right? What is even time? Like yesterday she was born. Now we're applying for a passport. She's going to start traveling. It's fucking crazy. But what was I saying? That, yeah, sometimes you got to do computer tasks. Like, I don't know how people live their life from a phone. Like, I honestly don't get people who are like, oh, sure, let me just do my taxes. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, that's not TikTok, right? Put that back, close that app, scroll social media on this, use it for calling. Right now, I don't even have social media. I use it for texting on iMessage, texting on Telegram, calling, video calling, controlling Home Assistant, using Benji, taking pictures, and researching some dumb shit from time to time. But to do an extra, to complete this passport for my daughter from their mobile app, what are you doing, guys? Stop it. Like, and this is a whole entire, like, I think Gen Z doesn't even fuck with laptops anymore. Millennials are here and there. Like, I know a lot of people who don't even own a laptop and they're just doing stuff from their phone, and it's killing me, dude. I want to start gifting laptops to everybody and be like, see, now this is a proper operating system. You can have split things. On the left, it can be your bank app. On the right, it can be an Excel sheet. And then when you're doing taxes, you can look at both, unlike this, which is like 4 inches and you cannot see shit on it. Like, I don't know how people do shit, dude. With their long ass nails, just tick, 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 all the time. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway, I felt like, okay, I need a computer. What the fuck will I work on? And I'm like, should I bring the laptop back? And I'm like, no. And I used, oh, dude, it never ends. And I used my gaming PC to complete the passport thing. And also the designer who's doing our living room, she needed feedback. I gave her feedback. She didn't like the feedback. She said, that's too much feedback. What do you want, lady? We paid you way too much than I would pay AI, which is 0, to redesign our living room. And she's like, well, you already gave us 1 round of feedback. 2 rounds is too much. Ha! Anyway, I needed to do those 2 things. And I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that from a phone, because I'll have to swipe back to the PDF of her design and then swipe back to typing the email and then swipe back. And on the computer, I could have the fucking PDF. And on the right side, I have the fucking email, and I can do both of them. So anyway, I use my gaming PC, not for gaming, but to actually do these tasks, because I need a computer that can, I swear to God, bro, I'm going to buy 19 computers, each of them with a monitor, and they're going to have a label. And the label is only going to be the one task that I can do on this computer, because it's impossible to take a device like the iPad and make it restricted in a way that it helps you use it only at the right time, only for the right things. And I know this might sound weird to you or whatever, but I cannot function any other way. Like, if I know that, oh, this is a device where I can do 30,000 things, I'm not going to do the fucking passport task. I'm going to do something else. It's a miracle I haven't played a Dota game instead of doing the passport thing yesterday. But I feel like with everything that I'm doing, I'm feeling that my discipline is strengthening more and more. And I want to say I don't know how, but I guess, when you keep doing this every day, that's how. So I can now consciously choose to read instead of picking up the Steam Deck. And it kind of worked a couple of times. And I'm even surprised. I'm like, I'll pick up the Steam Deck. I'm like, no. You said you're going to do that in the evenings. Now you got to read. And I start reading and I'm like, holy fucking shit. What is happening, dude? It works. So anyway, the pro from the PC is that I would never develop and I would never work on the PC because it's Windows. Fucking murder me when I use Windows 11. I try to search for an app in the search and I get a giant loading spinner just because Microsoft is also trying to search for Cortana and Bing things and just search my fucking apps, and there's no such thing as Raycast for Windows anyway. It's horrible. So I cannot do my work there, and that's number one. Then we have cold turkey blocker on it, which lets me use my computer from 7 to 9 o'clock. The downside of all of these cold turkey blockers, let's say I can leave my iPad that is open from like 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. You know what I'm going to do? Use it from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I don't know how to limit it in a way. I guess iOS doesn't have the right limits to set up that kind of limiting. That's not I'll always find a loophole and I basically spend way more time. This on the computer, I'm not comfortable, first of all, because I'm sitting on a chair after I've been sitting on a chair all day. So I cannot stay long. It has a limit from 7 to 9. It auto locks and it's static and I gotta be downstairs away from everyone. Because when you have a laptop or a phone or a tablet or whatever, you're with people and my wife is talking to me and I'm on a laptop and I'm like, oh yeah, So you feel you're not guilty because you're with people, but you're not with people. You're doing work or you're doing whatever. Here, when I'm on the PC, it's in a fucking basement, in the corner of the fucking media room, right? And I feel like, oh fuck, man, I want to see my daughter. I don't want to be here. So I did my tasks fast just so I can go back upstairs and be with them. So I guess it works. We'll see until when I'm gonna do tasks on that computer and not gonna start playing Dota. But I'm just so fucking tired, dude. Like Benji has to be the solution. Like honest to God, I would dump the Apple ecosystem and I'm thinking about it every fucking day. Just because on Android, the Benji Android app can actually be like cold turkey blocker on a PC. And it can literally, the Benji schedule that you set up can be copied on your Android phone and the phone can show different things depending on your Benji schedule. Apple would never allow you to do that. It will never be so deeply integrated. Like, on Android, I can make Benji a launcher. I don't know what is a launcher, but basically this main thing where you're launching apps from on iOS. I mean, if you're using iOS, you don't fucking know what is a launcher because you're living in a bubble pink world of Tim Cook. And if Timmy says the apps stay here, the apps stay fucking here. On Android, you can change this entire thing. You can install a launcher that looks different. You can install a launcher that's like black and white list of your applications. So there's nothing to swipe back and forth. And I've been thinking about it, but every time I want to switch to it, I'm like, yeah, but the watch, but the Apple TV, but the and it works. Like yesterday, I was trying on the PC to copy something. And I'm like, how the fuck do these people live without a shared clipboard or airdropping things? So I use some shady service called ShareDrop, whatever, to drop a photo of my daughter to the PC. I hate it. But I would switch to the Android ecosystem and start using an Android if Benji can block things on all of my devices according to one schedule. Because now I have cold turkey blocker on 3 different computers unsynced. And if I ever change my mind that I'm using a computer from X to Y o'clock, I gotta go on all of my computers and do that manually. And on top of that, I can easily uninstall it. So I just want eventually in life to do the blocking functionality to figure out what would be the code to write for Benji to serve as an app blocker on macOS, on Windows, and eventually on Android. So I can finally have one schedule across all of the things. And also I need to finally do the check for ADHD. And maybe I don't fucking know, dude. Maybe I just think like, are there normal people out there who will say like, I'm going to work on the passport photo now. It's 6:05 and they start doing it and they don't get distracted and they don't open 17 tabs. Do they exist? You're wizards. Fuck's sake. Anyway, I opened way too many tangents. And back to the moving the laptop and whatever, I started enjoying just regular things more. We were working with my father-in-law every fucking day, spending time with my wife every fucking day, and my daughter. We started going on walks, doing so many things with my daughter, and I enjoyed more. And I think slowly, like my brain just lets go of the idea that you gotta work all day, you gotta hustle, you gotta do the right things, and blah 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 blah. And I just wanna have my working hours. Those are the hours where I can achieve things, and after those hours, I just wanna be a person. It's been going hard. Especially like one thing that's been going hard regarding work is I am disciplined regarding I'm only coding in the morning until 10 o'clock, and I did that today. I skipped breakfast, so I used my breakfast time to keep coding. But after that is done, I just went and uploaded the podcast, and I did other things, adult things that I call them, like dealing with, like I had a long call with, I want to say Leandro Marcelino, but I'm going to keep butchering your name. And I hope you don't mind that it's going to turn into an internal podcast joke, that I just butchered the name, that it has nothing to do with the original name. If you mind it, you will just text me, or Athena will be like, your assistant doesn't want to work with you anymore because you mispronounce his name. It's a joke. I had a very long call with him, probably 1.5 hours today, just doing the same old thing, dude. The SOPs, the things that I told MJ, the things that I told Jen, the temp. Now I have to tell him. And hopefully this is the last time I'm going through at this point, I have a document called Kitze on Coda, which has like a manual for my life. And I'm glad I have this manual. But on the other hand, I realized today I should record more video. Instead of explaining to him this 1.5 hours, could have been 10 different videos on explaining how do I do email, how do I do this, how do I do that. So when I change assistants, I just give them the manual to read and to watch videos, and then I don't have to have long calls with them. But anyway, my point is, when I feel my point is like this podcast has a fucking point, dude. There's no point. There's multi-points in this podcast. One of my multi-points is, it's gone. One of my multi-points is, that having all of these miscellaneous smaller tasks, they're so unfulfilling. Like, yes, I can even go to my done tab on Benji and see, oh, I've done this, and that. Good. But to me, they leave a feeling of Like I'm mostly fulfilled, and this might have to do with just being too addicted to the Twitter feedback, because people cannot give you feedback on you doing your taxes or whatever. No one will be like, oh, cool, nothing can go viral. And I think I'm so used to that, just ship, bro, and just constantly post, and you get feedback. That when I don't do that, when I do all of these like adult tasks and whatever, like no one gives you feedback, there's no one to applaud, there's no one to see your work, there's nothing to share, then I feel a little bit empty. Like I feel satisfied that I'm not late on this and late on that, and I'm finally doing things. But on the other hand, I feel empty. And maybe it just time needs to pass for me to realize that not everything has to be, not everything has to be shared, not everything has to be demoed, not everything has to be for likes and retweets and whatever. So long story short is I started enjoying human activities again, and I feel good about it. We'll see until fucking when. Yeah. What else did I want to say, dude? Almost a golden morning. Yeah, I'm happy that today I just decided why not just hop and have a cold shower in the mornings. I said that I can do only cold shower if I just play my song, and if it's only after sauna, if it's only after this. And I'm like, how about you stop being a little bitch and you just walk in the morning, no music, no sauna, no nothing, and just wake yourself up. And I did it, and it was no problem. So I'm gonna keep doing it every day, because I want like this. This thing for moisturizing, like it's totally pointless if you moisturize at 4 o'clock. Like I go and I walk my dog in the morning and whatever, and if I moisturize at 4 o'clock after my shower, like it's fucking pointless. So I'm going to try just fresh in the morning, just go in the cold shower, just it's gonna wake me up a little bit, and I'm gonna clean my face, and when I walk out of it, I'm gonna moisturize. So that's why today it works. The breathing part, I am doing it now after the cold shower and after the sauna, so that one works, and I'm gonna do it later. The plank and the hanging on a bar, I do them as part of my workout, because when I work out, I scroll my habits in Benji and I'm like, oh shit, let me do that one. So that one works, and I'll try to insert after the breathing gratitude journal, which is going to make this routine perfect. I only skipped eat breakfast mindfully because I didn't have breakfast today, but I think it should be fair to actually click this. I ate breakfast mindfully, even though I didn't eat breakfast, because now when I'll complete the rest of them, I'll finally have a fucking golden routine. So what else regarding habits and stuff? Feeling out of Twitter. I started looking at my work to-dos today tab, which in the last week, this hasn't been happening before. Like in Benji, I would just stream or code all day. I didn't care. Like I would dump things in my work inbox, but I didn't care about them. So I started working from my today tab in my work, which is like, I see more things moving in the right directions when I do that. Even though they leave me unfulfilled, I'm happy that I'm finally, paying attention to the task that I dump into my work list. I already talked about not having a financial plan yesterday, so I guess there's nothing to say about that. Meals, I already told you how I fucked up. Today I had a huge portion of nuts with a protein shake and whatever. I said I'm going to skip breakfast, but that was kind of breakfast. It's just not very, healthy to eat that many nuts. And every time I say about eating nuts, there's a dirty joke there, and don't say it, shut up. Walking, as I said, pain in the legs, so I'm not finishing. Actually, ironically, I had 9,000 steps today, even with the leg pain. Like, come on, dude, 1,000 more. Fuck the leg pain. Dude, oh yeah, let me talk about the beef that I have with a guy in front of my house. I'm going to fucking murder him one of these days. Joke, YouTube algorithm, we are joking. I'm not going to literally that, or am I? But we're going to see, because I see him with his fucking little pit bull dog in front of my house every day. And one time I see his dog pooping in front of my house, and I just tried to open the kitchen window, but of course, like every fucking kitchen, we have, you try to open the window, but there's a fucking air fryer, and on the air fryer, there's a pop Funko, and on the Funko, there's a knife holder, and on the knife holder, there's scissors, and by the time I open the window, he's already going, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, and he just did this and went. And today I go out and take my dog, and I see his dog pooping across the street, or whatever, he was just walking it. And sorry if I mentioned poop too many times when you're having food, oopsie daisy, I guess you should have turned off the podcast. I'm gonna, I have 2 minutes left, I'm only gonna talk about poop in the next 2 minutes. So I go to walk Benji, and I see in front of my house, just shut the fuck up, dude. There's this large sound that tells me that I have 1 minute, loud sound that also has a giant screen telling me I have 1 minute left. So I see giant poop, and I'm like, can you pick up after your dog? And he's like, oh, no, he pooped there, and I actually cleaned that. And I go through my camera recordings, and I cannot find him, but am I going to mount a new camera soon for other reasons, or am I mounting this new camera soon just to catch this guy? Because I own part of the street is mine legally. I just paid some fees yesterday because part of the street is mine. I'm going to find a way to get this motherfucker, and I'm going to keep you updated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You donuts.